Holy hell. Good afternoon. Well, I mean, we're going to get to NFL football because apparently Rico and I are going to have a war at 3 o'clock from what David has told me. I'll explain. We will explain. Also, later this hour, the It's Too Effed Up and Damn Weird Playoftheday.com. Rico, we have stumbled on a little something for On the Board. Just a bevy of winners for the people in the If It Looks Weird, Embrace It, Fly Into It.com play of the day.
Way to go, OU.
Also, way to go, Baylor. Also, way to go Cats, Northwestern.
Go Cats.
So let me just do that. We're going to do 2 segments on this because I don't even know what to say anymore. By the time I turned the Pistons game on, they had given up 49. We'll just call it 50 in the first quarter. The 50 in the first quarter. 83 in the first half. And now, please, don't start thumbing your texts in about, oh, you want them to lose. Guys, there's losing, and then there's whatever the hell we're watching. They gave up 150 last night. Rico, I'm asking you, how do you even gauge progress and development with what this team does?
You don't. I hate to say it, and this is going to sound bad, but, Mike, this is a throwaway year. I mean, once Cade went down, it was you watch the Pistons because you really like them. You watch them because it's NBA basketball. It's not good basketball, but the expectations
No throwaway years. I'm sick of this. Cade is hurt. But you're giving up 150? Has nothing to do with K being gone. Come on, Pistons.
David, this is a throwaway year. I don't know what to tell you. I would say brace yourself, but you should have already braced yourself. This year's going to be bad. Honestly, it's the chase for Wembayama. That's it. That's the only thing that can make this year palatable. That's the only way that you can look at this and not see a grease fire. Is you need them to land Wembayama. Or at least get Scooter, the number 2 pick.
Oh, good. A 4th straight point guard. That'll be exciting.
Mike, when you watch this team, they're young. And you knew they were going to be young. But your main guy not playing this season. So, yeah, I mean, as much as I like the other players, they weren't – your alpha dog is missing. So, David – I don't know what you want to do aside from go out and make a trade, or maybe you can get Allen Iverson from making bad commercials. I think he's still under contract.
I want development. That's what I want. Dwayne Casey developed players in Toronto. What is he doing here?
Nothing.
Someone tell me the job that he does in Detroit.
David, my guess is he's got to be a dead man walking. He's got to be gone at the end of the year. But look, my overriding thing, and I don't want to sound like the old man yelling at the clouds, but, look at that game last night. And then you look around the league. Point totals, 133, 137, 130, 150. It's not even basketball. I mean, you could say, well, points are fun. Sure they are. But you know what the problem is? Look at the Bucks last night. 52 three-pointers. What? Or how about the Memphis game? Nothing like finishing the game on a 35-10 run.
Yeah.
And it happens every night in the NBA. It's why I can't bet it. Because all these teams do is jack threes, and when one team goes cold, it ain't some – Rico and I are in black and white video watching a 12-2 run. It's like 36-8.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. It's math again. It's like baseball, Rico. Math is killing watching sports.
Well, you know what killed the NBA, Mike? I mean, it's a bunch of things, but I think the final death blow was Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors and the magic of the three and how you can win a title by just jacking up as many threes as you can, and not even just regular threes. We now know what a logo three is.
Deep threes. Yeah, take more, make more. It's basic math. And I think James Harden hurt too. Harden in Houston. Remember when they were just running 100 ISOs a game?
Yep. Yeah.
That combined with Curry, you're right. And again, Rico, and for people, guys, I am an NBA guy. I love basketball. But this is nothing more than glorified AAU. And Rico's right and David's right. I think both gentlemen are right. I use that term loosely. That this is a lost year, but the Pistons are still disgusting. They are vomit. And there's no development.
Mike, they're bad to watch. You know why you go to a Pistons game? To see the opposing team.
Or your friends hate you and bought you tickets.
No, but here's the problem with even doing that. The opposing teams know how bad the Pistons are, and they won't even play their starters. So you're going to get their bench players going up against the Pistons starters, and maybe you get a competitive game. But at that point, why not just go and watch a good G League game and go watch the Motor City Cruise? Because yeah, there's not a lot to glean from it. It is.
And now, Rico, here's the problem. This is, as you put it, such a lost year. I mean, you got to deal Bogdanovich. And I don't want to. Like, I want him to be here next year because you need an adult in the room, right? We talk about a 33-year-old guy playing really good basketball, put in 33 last night.
Right.
Rico, you got to deal him.
You do, because you almost owe it to him. Because he's old enough, you don't have to sit around for this. You could do better than what we are. We're going to find you a playoff team, and we're going to make work fun for you again. Because, yeah, but it's sad because unlike the NBA, I mean the NFL, where you want to get draft capital and you want to get picks.
Right.
At some point, man, enough's enough with the picks. You need players.
No.
You need guys. You need a dude to go out there. We all thought it was Cade. But Cade's not there in year 2, which, was a crucial year because that's when you really kind of separate yourself. I thought he finished last year off great. I was looking forward to seeing a backcourt with him and Ivy, and we're not getting any of that.
But here's the other problem, people, and again, I don't want to sound like old white guy. Again, I am a noted NBA snob. You know the other problem with this? It's basically turned into baseball. No one's trying. No. And what I mean by that is, let's look at the records. Teams in basketball that are 2 games above 500 or more. The Western Conference has 4 teams. The Eastern Conference has 6 teams. 10 teams in a 30-team league are actually trying. Now, if you want to say, hey, how many teams are at least 5 games above 500? Just 5. You're not getting an award for that, but 5 games above 500. 4 in the West. Ready for this? 5 in the East. Yeah. That's it. Guys, 20 teams in basketball are either woefully mediocre, or here's the best part. Rico, I'm telling you, when you look at you look at these teams, there are teams in this league that they haven't tried since Thanksgiving. It's a joke. A total joke.
Mike, you have teams like I look at a team like Golden State, and I think Golden State is just waiting to hit the switch for the playoffs because at home, 17-6 on the road, they're 6-18, almost the inverse record.
Yeah.
So you look at teams like that, and then you remember you had Silver pretty much warn everybody. I know what you want to do this year. Do not tank. So I don't know if teams are not necessarily trying because of Wembayama, the French kid coming over here next year. But when the commissioner openly warns the league, do not tank for this kid. I know what you want to do, and if I see any funny business, I'm going to crack down. That could be a reason as well. But nah, it's just it's mediocre. It's, you know what it is, Mike? It's like watching Big Ten basketball. On any given night, anybody can beat anybody.
But Big Ten has one ranked team. One.
Oh, yeah, Rutgers lost their spot, yeah.
One.
Yeah.
It's garbage. And look, from a Pistons standpoint, guys, I'm not piling on.
And the NBA has Boston, and that's about it, and Denver. There you have it.
Memphis. Come on, Memphis 31-16.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying.
I don't want a piece of Ja's father, so I'll say Memphis.
We're going to get to that later because I want to talk about Shannon Sharp, and B, we want to find his sweater for Kenny. But look, I just want to know from the people. I mean, is this where are you even at? Like, we make fun of hockey, but my God, the NBA is becoming it. And for the Pistons, look, Rico is right. It is a lost season, and you don't necessarily want to win a lot of games. But, guys, the Pistons are so bad. They could win 3, 4, 5 games in a row and still be picking in the top 4, i.e. the highest lottery odds. They don't even have to tank. They're so atrocious. They can just be who they are. And my problem is, and I don't speak for Rico on this, he can do his own thing. I struggle to identify development watching this team because they are such egregious ass. They are so bad. Defensively, it is an embarrassment. Now, look, you can say, here he goes, old guy yelling at clouds. But, guys, all jokes aside, the Detroit Pistons are a proud organization that has been built in their premium years on defense. I said to you early in the year, this is the worst defensive team I had seen in my life in the NBA. And maybe you thought it was hyperbole. It's not. You are giving up a league high 121 points a night. It is so far removed from acceptable, Rico. Like, what are we doing? You can't tell me you're developing players when they have no defensive mindset, no defensive effort, no defensive ability.
No, because here's what happened, Mike. Casey was given the built-in excuse, don't have my star player. What do you expect me to do? Plus, you know, you got absentee dad owner who, how much does he care about really making this team competitive?
He doesn't. This has been a real estate play from day one for him.
Right.
He
so
doesn't care.
Casey's in the perfect situation because he's basically the older brother or uncle who's just raising the kids because nobody's there. So he's just got to do whatever you want to. You want to eat cereal for dinner? I don't care. Go ahead. Just don't burn the house down. This is where we are right now.
At least the Pistons are consistent. 6-18 at home, 6-19 on the road.
Right.
Give you that same ass effort every night. Oh, and by the way, they're in Brooklyn Thursday night.
Yeah, think about it. If they went on a 5-game winning streak, it still wouldn't help.
Rico, I don't know if they get to 20 wins.
No, I heard Doug's bet. He was like, they'll get over 21. I wouldn't take that bet.
248-539-9797. We'll knock out some calls. We'll just do another. I had to do it because people, I know you didn't pay attention, and I appreciate that. You have way better things to do. Pistons give up 49 in the first quarter, 83 in the first half, and 150 on the night. And I have bad news. They weren't playing the Golden State Warriors in their prime. Okay? They were playing a Bucks team where Giannis dropped 20 in the first quarter, and they put him on ice, and Chris Middleton was brought out of a coffin for his return. They didn't even bother. 248-539-9797. Your calls next, 97.1.